So, willkommen zurück zu Batman,
Agent
das Böse im Inneren. Folge 13 müsste das sein.
Wanted to see her old neighborhood. Wanted to see you. Her hometown hero. She wanted to impress you. She admires what you do for the people of this city. Your respect is important to her.
Does she know who I really am?
Who do you think told me who you are? For the world's greatest detective, you sure can be slow. My lab techs were able to replicate a dose of the venom serum from the vial Bane left behind at the police arsenal. But with a twist. It's actually a counteragent.
Gegenmittel, okay. Kann ich noch irgendwas anderes machen? Na gut. Wenn ich das Bane spritze, dann wird er wieder normal.
After a brief rush, it'll flush the venom from his system, leaving him weak and exhausted. Could be useful. So, Wayne Enterprises. Heard you made some new friends.
You're having me followed.
Thanks to you, these very bad people have an EMP and a key that'll open every lock I would want to keep bolted shut. They're clearly planning something. The stakes are too high to leave anything to chance. You know, I actually considered asking you to infiltrate Riddler's gang. Before everything blew up, I knew I could count on you to get me close to them. Close to Bane. You're good at this. Seems like you've already won Harley Quinn's trust.
A vote of confidence. I'm touched, Waller.
Credit where credit's due. Get them away from their base of operations. Somewhere they'll be exposed. When they're all together, out in the open, contact me. I'll be standing by, ready to ambush.
Wir sind ein super
We'll take them
Team.
down when they're at their most vulnerable. Sound good? They'll never know
Klingt
what
super.
Count me in.
That's it? No extra demands?
Nein.
I'll contact your people when I need them to strike.
Batman. If it gets bad for you, just remember. We're out here. When you're in deep like this,
Vielen
you
Dank.
need friends. Let's say everything goes pear-shaped, and you get stuck in there longer than you'd like. Then what's right, what's wrong, it all gets blurry. And guess what? That's okay. Because you're going to have to do some blurry things that you are not proud of before this is done. You hear me? That's just how these kinds of operations go down.
I created Batman to strike fear into criminals, not become one.
Batman's not the one rubbing shoulders with them at the moment. You should think about which one Gotham really needs right now.
Ups, was ist da angeschwungen? Sie sind dabei.
Al, I'm in.
Just don't
Ach,
stay
das war
embedded
vom
any
Joker,
longer than
okay.
necessary.
I'll be in and out, Alfred. Just long enough to figure out their plans.
Good luck, Bruce. Stay safe.
All right. Here we go.
Hey. Wer hat uns da eingesackt?
Hey now!
Hi, John.
Welcome to our little hideaway and home away from home. The end of the line.
Welcome, Bruce.
We're happy to have you.
Thanks, John.
You said you'd kill him after you got what you needed.
So what? Ain't a girl allowed to change her mind?
Could someone get me out of these handcuffs, please?
Tell me why I shouldn't kill you.
I could fund this entire operation with the change I find in my couch.
You could really do that?
But there'd have to be something in it for me.
I bring us back the transport and the arms we require. You bring back a worthless aristocrat. We don't need his money. We have what we need to finish this. Thanks to me.
He ain't worthless, you overgrown bicep. He already got us an EMP device and the phalanx key. I'll betcha I can find a use for him.
I do not care how much these two swoon over you, Wayne. We don't want you here, and we don't need you here. Ah! Whoopsie. What the hell?
John! Turn it off!
Turn it off! Now!
Can you do something about this?
It's Freeze.
Freeze is coming.
Oh,
What have you done?
Freeze kommt.
You need to uncuff me.
Don't screw this up.
You fool!
I can turn it off.
Make it stop, or I will seal you both in ice. I swear,
Okay,
if you don't get that electricity back on
ausschalten.
immediately, I'll send you to a frozen hell.
Ausschalten. Wir schalten einfach mal alles aus. So. Und jetzt? Da ist noch einer. Noch mehr? Moment. Oben. Den. Und den. Nein. Schalten wir halt den. Und den. So, okay. Oben grün, da rot, da rot, hier rot und da rot. Geht doch.
Well, at least we know that it works.
I must check on Nora. See how she is.
Okay.
You may have impressed these two, but I haven't made up my mind about crushing your skull.
Fair enough.
Everyone back to work. There's still a lot to get done.
Who put you in charge?
Somebody has to give the orders.
Jemand muss die Befehle geben. Ja.
That was a nice job before. Come on up to my office.
Da wird auch wieder John eifersüchtig.
Listen, Bruce. I just want to clear the air a little. You showed me you were loyal back at your office. Did everything I asked, despite all the trouble I gave you. You probably noticed I like to stir things up. It's a bad habit. Well, it's made me more enemies than friends. I want to say I'm sorry for messing with your people. Your employees. I know they probably mean a lot to you.
No apology necessary. All in good fun.
Fun? You seemed pretty cut up about it at the time. I wouldn't blame you if you were mad, but I want you to understand. You've seen these animals I work with. In my business, you let your guard down for a second, you get torn to shreds.
I can only imagine.
If I'm always pushing buttons, it's to keep people off balance, you know? Keep them guessing my next move. Keep the real me hidden. I hope you ain't gonna judge me for it. To be honest, I've been at it so long I don't even notice I'm doing it. It's just a part of who I am.
Sounds shady to me. I prefer more straightforward approach to dealing with my colleagues.
We ain't dealing with just any old regular type colleagues here jawing over the water cooler. But I get your meaning. You ain't like these others. Bane's a powder keg. Freeze. Well, you saw Freeze. John's sweet, and believe me, he's got heaps of potential. But he's still a growing boy. You, though, you got your head screwed on right. You're reasonable. I can work with reasonable. We're pulling a job tonight. I want you to be a part of it. You already showed you know how to use that EMP better than any of these other clowns. I want you to come
Nur
with.
wenn ich meinen Anteil bekomme.
So what's in it for me? What's my cut?
What do you need a cut for?
Sonst bräuchte
Thought
ich
you
nicht
said you were
mitmachen.
in this for thrills. Believe me, honey, you're gonna get them in abundance. As for what we're up to, all will be revealed eventually. Using that EMP, though, that's gonna make tonight's job a whole lot less messy. And that no-neck asshat Bane, he loves making a mess. People getting killed just makes his day. If you're gonna come with, you gotta convince the others.
Convince them?
It's a real pain in the ass sometimes, but you need a majority opinion for anything big. And bringing you along, well, you got some persuading to do. Let me know how I can help.
Was ist die Geschichte? Ja. Ich glaube, Bane mag mich nicht. Die Geschichte hinter Freeze gerne.
So what's the deal with Freeze? He's unique.
You mean why he's blue and wrapped up in machinery? Accident in the lab. Here's the thing about Freeze. Only thing he gives two hoots about is his wife. He gave up everything to try and save her when she got sick. And I mean everything. Job, health, soul, the whole shebang.
She's dead?
Frozen stiff. Keeps her on ice in the next room while he searches for a cure. Ain't that just kooky? I mean, it explains why he flipped when the EMP went off. But seriously, who does that?
I don't know. Sounds pretty romantic to me.
Bruce, you big softy. I suppose you could see it that way. It's just made him into such an angry person. You know, it's tearing him up inside. Talking about his wife is the only way to get Freeze to pay attention to you. But watch yourself. His attention ain't always a good thing.
Ich glaube, Bane mag mich nicht.
I get the feeling Bane doesn't like me very much.
That knucklehead respects strength and loyalty. Show him you got those, and he'll come around. He's a man's man. I don't got much time for all that burly machismo, but sit him down for a beer or something. He'll hear what you gotta say. He may kill you when you're done, but at least he'll listen.
Na gut. Was schaut sie so komisch? So. Betreten Harleys Büro, da waren wir doch gerade. Wandbild ansehen.
Spirit of unity? Not really what I'm sensing from this group.
So, war da nicht noch was? Nein. Wir könnten mal zu Freeze schauen, wenn ich dahin finde. Da ist er doch. Karte von Gotham. Ja, reden mal mit Freeze.
I heard about your wife, and I... Hear me out. I might be able to help.
What do you mean? You'll answer me if you're smart and understand the concept of self-preservation.
What you're doing. Well, that kind of love is rare.
My wife followed your goings-on in the society columns, Wayne. You were more familiar with lust than love.
That's how I know how precious that kind of love is. What if you get caught? Sent to prison. What happens to your wife then?
What do you propose?
I own technology companies, Victor. Big ones. You could house and
Ich
protect
kümmere
her,
mich um
continue
ihre
your
Frau, wenn
research
sie
to
im
cure
Knast
her.
sitzt.
Why? Why would you do this?
It's what I do for my friends.
I don't have friends.
People, then. It's what I do for my people.
How very vague. I almost fell for it. You don't care about mine, Nora. You only care about yourself. An empty suit. The sooner you're gone, the better.
Na gut, schauen wir mal die Karte an.
What are they planning to do? I don't have time to sort through all this. Not with them watching me.
EMP mal anschauen.
What would Harley need with an EMP? I can't risk tampering with it.
Na gut, schauen wir mal noch zu Ben rüber. Wobei... Johns Haus. Ich glaube, ich beende mal hier die Folge. Tschüss, ciao, bye bye. Bis zum nächsten Mal.